So we're here 24 hours later. Our tile adhesive is completely dried and cured, and we're going to give it a coat of primer so it'll seal it completely, and then we'll be ready for our painting in about an hour after the primer dries. So what I'm using is going to be a PVA water-based primer that is used mainly for drywall and sealing porous surfaces. So we're going to stir it up a bit. And with a big brush, just any household brush, we are going to paint on our primer. The reason we're not rolling it on is because of the texture, and we want to make sure we get all the crevices and all the little nooks and crannies in there, because that is where we want our primer to especially land, is inside of our crevices, because those are the hardest areas to reach. So just a quick coat, nothing fancy, but we do want to cover most of the canvas. You could use gesso if you like. This stuff works just as good. Gesso I like to use whenever I'm dealing with raw canvas, and sometimes if I want light texture. But when it comes to priming a canvas, getting it ready for my painting, I like to use a PVA primer that you could obviously find in any paint store or home improvement store. And again, much more affordable than if you were to buy a gallon of gesso. You will notice that when it comes to materials, I like to conserve, I like to save, but again, it has to be good quality, whether it's your primer, your paints. Okay. Again, making sure that we're working the brush inside of the crevices and peaks and valleys. The canvas itself was already primed, so we want to focus more on the areas where we laid our tile adhesive. This will make it even stronger, and the paint will stick to it even better. So here we go. Okay. We're going to let this dry for about an hour or so. We'll come back and we'll start with our masterpiece, which it's going to be full of color, and we're going to guide you step by step on how to paint it.